Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ben. My dad's here with his 2001 Super Sherpa 250. We've got a couple things we need to address. Mostly the fact that anytime I ask him to go for a ride in the wintertime, he says, what?
It's not going to start.
It's not going to start. What we had been doing was using a jump pack here, and now I've got a new one that is so much better than any of the ones that I have used because it's obviously so compact. I mean, this is the size of, what, a cell phone, maybe a little bit wider, but I mean, this is super useful. You can charge your phone or whatever, just use it as a power bank, or supposedly it will start the Super Sherpa, but I have not actually tested that out yet, so let's give it a try. So this has been sitting in the garage for the last couple days. It's a little bit warmer down here than it is in there, but we'll see what it does on its own. Guess we're not going riding.
No.
So if you guys have not used one of these before, it's really pretty simple. I have been taking it along with me on most of my rides since it just fits in my hydration pack, but I figure it's probably worth actually trying it out. So obviously in this situation we would need something like this just to even get out on a ride, but I really like bringing it along just in case we have an issue out of the blue on the trail with a bike, or if somebody leaves their key on or some sort of accessory, then you've got this to just hook up, turn on, and hopefully get you back home. I suppose you do have a choke.
It's cranking over nice.
Yeah, it is cranking over nice. I don't know what we've got going on. Maybe
it hasn't started in 6 months.
it hasn't been ran. Obviously, this definitely so obviously that makes a huge difference, and is really something that I recommend buying. I don't care if you buy the Tusk brand one. If you want one of these, there'll be an affiliate link down in the description that helps me make videos like this. But honestly, just having something like this around is super nice. And I would recommend something like this to anyone. If you don't have motorcycles, you've got something a little bit bigger, buy a bigger one. They're worth it.
Did you take it off?
It's off, yep. Nothing. So yeah, definitely better than trying to bump start it by yourself. Really is just a very, very, very nice thing to have in your toolkit. But to fix that problem a little bit more permanently, we got one of these lithium batteries. I've got one of these in the TW, the 701, and I've actually got one coming for the new bike that you guys don't even know about yet, but we're gonna stick that in and we can kind of compare that to the old one. These are super light compared to a regular old lead acid. Got a bunch of foam blocks in there, which we will need to make this extra small battery fit in there. So yeah, I mean, this is ridiculously small, and I mean, it's feather light. So definitely a weight savings measure, and as far as I know, should be more than enough power to get this bike going. It's even got a little readout on there. You can hit the test button, and it'll tell you how charged it is. Really pretty slick little batteries.
Supposed to take the positive off first or the negative, or it doesn't matter?
Oh yeah, you're supposed to take one of them off first. I never remember which.
I don't either.
Did you ever hear about the time that I helped Luke jump his car, and he attached the positive to the negative, or the negative to the positive and the positive to the ground or something?
No.
This is my brand new truck. I was so mad.
How'd it go?
There were some sparks. Yeah, it just slides right out. It's kind of nice. So yeah, how does that compare in size? Definitely a bit bigger. And that is not even a big motorcycle battery, really.
It's a third of the weight.
Yeah. So yeah, so we'll definitely need some of these to kind of stack. We'll have to kind of figure that out where we want to put that all to make up for that space, but we'll get that figured out. Jerry was feeling a little bit self-conscious while I was working on his battery. He's cleaning his gold rims up. He said this is the only reason you bought this bike, is these?
It is.
They are cool. It's interesting looking. So we've got the foam stuff just stacked and stuck right to the battery. I figured this way when you go to switch batteries, if you don't buy the same one, you can just pull it out and have a fresh battery box still. So it'll make it the same size and should fit in there, even though it does look a little bit goofy. We can stick one of those blocks right on the front side there. I'd probably put a spacer in there, I think.
I've never seen a battery like that. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
I wish my boat battery had that.
Oh, you got 3. Okay.
You want to put that on film?
Yeah. No, that's it. I actually just left it recording. Yeah, it seems like that'll work. I told you it was a battery.
That's pretty nice.
Everybody else had a different idea what it was. I said, no, it's the battery. Something's happening there, yeah. we go.
Do I need to let it run a little bit or not really?
Probably for a few seconds to let it clear out.
All right.
Yeah.
Dang, that sounds nice.
That happens sometimes.
Nice battery. Holy crap.
Yep. Yeah, and I haven't had either of mine in my bikes for, I guess no, I have had them both for more than a year. The TW and the 701 are both over a year now, and I haven't had any problems. The only thing is, though, if you get one of these, don't put it on a regular charger. You'll need one of these guys, and this is just basically a trickle charger. And some regular old chargers will charge a lithium-ion battery, but you want to make sure that you get the right thing. So that's why I asked for one of these guys. I guess we'll see how things go. I don't know how much I'll need it. I pretty much ride year-round, so if you want it, you can keep it at your house, and if I need it, I can come pick it up. All right, so what else we got here in the pile of parts for Jerry? We've got some decent handguards. You just had the floppy, basically useless ones that are just good for keeping the light brush and wind off your hands. Now we've got some of the less expensive Tusk D-Flex guards that are a full wraparound to keep both his hands and his levers protected when I bring the bike home and forget that it doesn't have guards on it and just drop it rather than try to pull a muscle to keep it up. Sorry, Dad. So that might be a little bit of a problem. If you get the adventure versions, they give you a spacer here, but we can sort of figure out our own spacer, or like Jerry said, we could just bust this off too. And the final piece of the puzzle here, unlike Barkbusters, the holes inside of here are actually threaded, which is super nice, so you're not using a wood screw in a piece of aluminum. You actually just are using regular old fasteners. And I do like how Barkbusters look, but I've got to say, I was really pretty impressed, and continually impressed with the Tusk guards. Oh, except with this style, we only have one bolt to hold it on. I guess that's all right. I guess I kind of don't like that's only attached in one spot, because then if you have anything come and pull this, I could break it off. I mean, I suppose we could drill a hole.
I don't have reverse in this motor.
In there. Oh, you don't? All right. So over on the throttle side, you can see the throttle tube is still kind of going to be in the way there, and I think we'll have to probably cut a little bit of that out. This grip also doesn't actually go tight to that, so we'll do a little bit of goofing around and get that straightened out. You know that's your dad's air compressor?
Oh yeah, I worked my house twice with it.
Whoops! Just jam it down under the plastic there. Yeah, and then just try to make a seal, kinda. Yeah, you basically just, yep, gotta blow it up like a balloon. So because the grip is a little bit longer than the space they give you here, I'm gonna trim this little lip off of here. I have parts of that on my hair for weeks. I feel like I'm shaking all over the place. Stuff like that is exactly why I bought these goggles, though, and I'm sure you can probably see that half of that stuff is stuck to my shield. Yeah, I wouldn't call it surgical precision. There's still some bumps there, but that's what a file's for.
Oh yeah.
So we've got that all cleaned up, I think, at least as much as we'll need it to be, so we can put that grip back on. So we got to make sure that this is not rubbing up against the throttle cable assembly here, because otherwise that will obviously be a little bit of accidental cruise control. But the same thing kind of goes for over here. When we go to stick this bar on here, we'll have to watch that it's not rubbing on there. And worst comes to worst, we can just chop off the lighter gray portion here, and then we won't have any problems no matter what. But hopefully we can keep it intact. We'll see. I think I kind of skipped through that before, but essentially what we want to do is take the fastener out of the end of this, slip it through here, and then this will go back on, and the little feet on the end of this need to find the slots right there, and then when you tighten this up, that will suck this into here, and then the little knurled edges here will press up against the inside of the bar and keep it in place. So with this push tight in there, that's going to be rubbing, so we'll have to get some spacers in there. I opened this up a little bit more. I really need to get a grip cutter, but this should hopefully get covered up a bit. I think we should be in the clear on both sides now. I did find a slightly smaller diameter washer that should work pretty darn good and give us some spacing without interfering with any of that. Lining things up much easier. So just because I think these could easily get torn off even just by one of us walking past in the trailer with just the single hole there, I actually was going to drill a hole, but it looks like there is another one right there. It just doesn't come through the sticker. So we'll be in the middle of the U, I suppose, but I think I'm gonna feel much better about that. So I think we've got everything in its final resting place there. That all came together pretty darn nice and fits up pretty good. Really, really does make the bike just look so much better. I will always recommend handguards, both for safety and for looks. Of course, you got to make sure that everything is going to be fully operable after you're done, and it's definitely worth checking to make sure you don't have any wires or cables pinched and that everything's working properly. I don't know if maybe we should nip that end off, huh? I kind of like your 3-finger lever on this side that I made you there by accident.
I'm excited. I'm more excited to get out in winter when I want to go.
Yeah, that will be nice. That should start a lot easier for you. We'll keep you guys up to date on how the battery works out and everything, but I don't think there'll be too many issues. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Again, if you need to pick up any of the stuff that you saw in the video today, I'll have affiliate links down in the description, which is the only thing that allows me to continue making videos like this. So huge thanks to anybody that takes the time to use those when you need to buy your gear. Thanks to Rocky Mountain for sending us this awesome stuff. Again, would not be able to do awesome stuff like this without them. And Jerry, thanks for coming over and spending the afternoon with me and getting your bike ready to go. It's always fun working on stuff together. So take care, stay safe, stay swanky, get out, enjoy this beautiful world any chance you get. And if you can't do that right now, here's some more videos to check out in the meantime. Put some Loctite in. Let's do it.
So you're just gonna take one out at a time?
Yeah. That's usually what I try to do, and then hopefully it doesn't move on you.